Brought me here against my will. Never ask questions, shoot to kill. Built this country with our hands. Label me 3/5 of man. All we've ever known was pain. Mixed with thunder, mixed with rain. Our strength in God's love.
This Chicago.
We will never be slaves again.
I was born to be free, so take them cuffs off me. I mean mentally, physically, and don't be trying to taser me. My neck don't need your knee, and don't be pulling your gun on me. I don't need your punk degree. I know I'm supposed to be. See, I roll with 10,000 fearless, and we be all believers. We only roll off instructions given by a fearless leader. Man, y'all some cheaters. Your justice ain't gon' free us. Your Billy Club might can beat us, but the Savior came to free us. March on, how long? Never gonna give us nothing. Preach on, how long? My people out here suffering. We better be doing some adjusting. Politics is out here hustling. Gotta keep changing this thing. All my people just didn't die for nothing. We wanna be free. We just gotta be free.
Freedom.
Free. We just gotta go free.
We want freedom.
Free. We just gotta go free.
Freedom.
We wanna be free. We just gotta be free. United we stand, divided we fall.
Chicago.
Send a message to the black man, it's the final call. See, business is warfare, y'all, and it's gonna free us all. Time to bat a hood back, get that bread and buy some more. And when they leave the hood, what you gonna do? Are you gonna beg or plead or pull on through? Gotta spread that money with your crew. I'm spitting true game to you. Gotta get that sack, never look back, cause Rod came for you. We gonna be free. We just gotta be free.
Freedom.
We gonna be free. We just gotta be free.
We want freedom.
We just gotta be free.
Freedom.
We wanna be free. We just gotta be free.
We want freedom. Brought me here against my will. Freedom. Never ask questions, shoot to kill. We want freedom. Built this country with our hands. Freedom. Label me 3/5 of a man. We want freedom. All we've ever known was pain. Mixed with thunder, mixed with rain. Our strength in God's love. New day and time. We will never be slaves again.
Welcome to the Crash Out Room with the Gingerbread Man. This is Steady Serving Sports ENT, an extension of Simply Ball Dropping Podcast with my main man, K-Sap. What's up, K-Sap? What's going on? Shout out to the Full Court Trio. Shout out to the Players Club. This here, like I said, these episodes with the Crash Out Room will be only for the members. And if you are a member of this channel, you should be tuning in and coming on in and being able to interact. And also, we're going to have an open panel in the Crash Out Room, because this is what we're going to do in the Crash Out Room, so that you can say whatever you want to say, when you want to say it, how you want to say it, and if you want to say it, it will be done here in the Crash Out Room. Something new that we're doing, and we've turned the corner, man, in making sure that we have our private time. Me and my members and those who have joined, we're going to have a powwow and talk as family. And also, you know what I mean, you can't give that love out to everybody. You know, you got to show your love and give love. When a person give love, you know, the other person give love back and show love and consideration and build, you know, a community. You got what I'm saying? So I appreciate everybody that's coming in. And when you come in, hit the like button. I see you, Brother Will. You ready for the popcorn time? Popcorn hour is here. Hey, my baby niece, she wins. Listen, man, my subject is Chicago is embarrassed by the Sky underground activity. But now we must move on. But the first part we're going to deal with Chicago being embarrassed by the Sky's underground activity. We here in Chicagoland are embarrassed of the activity that has been going on with the Chicago Sky in representation of this city, because that don't represent the city. My city is vigilant. They're supportive. This city has always, in my career, have always supported everything that I've done. Hey, my sister Victory, how you doing? Hit the like button. My city has supported me in every endeavor that I've done. My stores, my music, you know, my careers that I've had. And, you know, it's kind of hard to figure out why this organization chose this city to bring basketball to this city, chose this city for female basketball to appear in this city, but all along wanted to have an underground type of organization. You know, my city is a basketball town, football town, baseball town, because we're so big. And then, of course, we got the Cubs and the White Sox here. We got the great historic Chicago Bears is here. The historic Chicago Bulls is here. And Chicago Sky has been part of the history. Yes, they have won a championship here. But no one knew how bad it was until Courtney Williams spoke out and Gabby Williams spoke out. And they basically, you know, told everybody what the hell was going on. You know what I'm saying? They basically told everybody how to get down. Soraya on her way to get you. Okay, she on her way to get you. I'm live. Bye. So that's my daughters, y'all. Y'all know we family up in here. So the thing is, man, is that, you know, it really fucking bothered me. It really fucking bothered me that Chicago Sky will handle the business the way they have done and misrepresented us that's here, that love the Sky. We love basketball. So we, of course, we gonna get behind our operation. We gonna get behind the girls that play basketball. And I don't know what the hell's been bothering me all week. Monday. This is the facility. Y'all see the facility? Chicago Sky facility. Ain't nothing doing. This is me going all the way around to let y'all see for yourself what the hell is going on. Y'all see that? This ain't because it's angel eyes. This is because they got a banana in the tailpipe talking about it was going to be finished by late spring. Hell to the no, to the no. So I wanted y'all to see, still in the same way, wanted y'all to see what's going on and what's happening. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? This is what I see. So I want y'all to see. See that? Unbelievable. Unfucking believable. This is what's going on. So I wanted y'all to check it out, to actually see what I'm doing around here. And I came to Bedford Park, so This
you
is what I
guys can
saw,
see
Donna.
exactly what's going on.
This is what I saw, Sister Donna. I've been bothered all week.
This is where I'm at. So y'all know on the record. I want y'all to see. Nothing's done, chat. Nothing even close to be done. Nothing is even close to being done. Nothing.
What's up, sister? What's up, Ms. D? Nothing being close to being done.
This is what it's supposed to, the gymnasium's supposed to be over here. So we looking at the 23rd, April the 23rd, which is mid-spring. Mid-spring, this is mid-spring. And this is where we at. Now that's supposed to be the gymnasium. That's supposed to be the gym. Do you see what I see, chat? Nothing. Okay. So, I just wanted to get that report that everything that's going on, look, we see right on the inside. Right on the inside. Let me pull it back so you can see. That's how it looks. I want y'all to understand that we can't be lied to and be tricked and hoodwinked today. Today, we would not be fooled. I'm just saying, Jeff, I don't know if you're gonna keep that job, because Mike, you gotta sell this team, Mike. You doing some pole pimping around here, and it ain't do or die. This show ain't do or die. I'm just saying, doing a lot of pole pimping, and it ain't happening. See that? You go, chat. All the way around. It's the total facility, y'all.
So I wanted y'all to see that because it's important. Hey, ADP, how you doing, beautiful? It's important because my subject is important. What I'm talking about is important. Nadia Rollinson, y'all saw her sit up there and say that the facility will be finished. Y'all saw her do the dig and shovel, and Nadia Rollinson said that the Chicago Sky facility would be ready to go by mid-spring, no later, guaranteed no later than the end of spring. The facility will be open for the Chicago players to play in. But that was a lie. And she told it. And everybody listened. And everybody saw that Chicago Sky was doing a celebration, a groundbreaking celebration at the Chicago Sky facility. You know, and plain and simple, they was lying to the people and lying to us and having all, you know, these people are hoarders for attention. Because ain't no goddamn way you gonna tell me from what I saw with my eyes and what I brought to you guys that goddamn facility is gonna be finished and will be finished by May, the first game.
Thank you. Well, the Chicago Sky is celebrating a big step in building their new practice facility.
Today, team leaders and Bedford Park officials marked the completion of the facility's exterior with a ceremonial.
Now, y'all mind, y'all. Listen, pay attention.
Last signing at the Wintrust Sports Complex.
Michael Alter.
One of the first private use practice facilities in the WNBA.
The highlight of the project, not only are we able to give back to kids in this community, but they're going to be able to walk through the doors of this place, look down the hall, and watch their idols train and compete, and give them something to strive for.
Construction T is set to begin immediately.
Yes, it is.
So this is the debacle. This is the political stunt that is done by Chicago. Quita did some coverage. She was out there with Mama. You know, Quita did a little something. She went out during the daytime. But y'all know I can't I can't go out there in the daytime, and you know what I mean? So y'all see how I look with Quita, right? This was months ago. That was 2 months ago, and y'all see the shit looking the same way, right? Here you go.
What if you could make a song using only your voice? Let's start with the drums.
That's what I be doing, y'all. That's how I make my music.
It's beautiful October morning here to celebrate the groundbreaking for the Wintrust Sports Complex expansion and the exciting new Chicago Sky practice facility. My name is Steve Rocky. I am the Vice President of Alpa Construction. I'd like to thank the Village Board of Trustees and the Chicago Sky team in trusting us to provide design build services over the next 14 months to deliver the built environment. I would also like to recognize the army of design and construction personnel that are behind the scenes that many of you will never run into or appreciate the time and effort that goes into this. This will be close to 100,000 hours of labor of different individuals working with the stakeholders of all the parties involved, again, to create this beautiful new development here. So our design team partners consist of Nelson Architect, Hager, Myers Beatty, and Alara Engineering, our brothers and sisters of the construction team and the various subcontractors who will be brought on board over the next few months. Owner's representation is being provided by the Concord Group for the Village of Bedford Park and the PMA Group for the Chicago Sky. And a special thanks to the Bedford Park Building Department, Police Department, and Fire Department, who also are very heavy.
Y'all pay attention. You see Michael Alter? That's his brother that he's sitting next to, this guy. See this shaggy looking guy? Yeah, that guy. You know what I mean? And then y'all see E. Will. Y'all see lying ass Nadir Rollinson. Y'all see weak ass Jeff P. There go Michaela out of the way they. You know what I mean? And of course, make Michaela out of the way they. She ain't even fucking know. She got the hell up out of Dodge. She didn't even understand what the fuck was going on. She just was there in representation because they was just sitting there lying. Po E. Will, she from London, so she wasn't born here, but she knew something fishy was going on.
involved in the creation of this development as well. Thank you everyone again for coming. Again, we're going to have two more speakers, part of the pregame ritual here, and then we'll get onto the main attraction. So next, I would like to introduce Jason Clement, the co-founder of Sports Facility Management, or the operator of the existing Wintrust Sports Complex. Thank you.
Thank you. What a beautiful day that's been dialed up here. My corporate headquarters are in Tampa, Florida, so it's a better day here than it is down there. We're certainly thinking about and praying for everybody down there. We're thrilled to be here today, and you don't get to this day without some significant success in phase one. Phase one opened just about 3 years ago, and it's generated just under $30 million in direct spending to the Bedford Park community and surrounding region through hotel room nights, about 40,000 room nights, and spending in local restaurants, obviously hotels and retail. And you don't generate that kind of result without real leadership. So I just like to take a moment here and acknowledge the Village Board of Trustees who 5 or 6 years ago,
So y'all heard what he said. That come from the hotel taxes and the restaurant taxes in their grocery stores that they have in Bedford Park of the taxpayers. Y'all, did y'all hear that? Pay attention. I want y'all to pay a fucking attention, because my family, I want y'all to see what I see and how this shit is broken down all the way. Thank you, She Wins. Thank you, big girl. I appreciate you, AC Chi-Town Calvin, you know, for sending me things. And then, of course, you, Brother Van and Brother William. I talked to you during the daytime with your bored ass. I told you I was coming on with a good ass show. I told you it was going to be juicy. So get y'all popcorn, because we going to talk about this shit and we going to let it ride. We going to let it ride. And I promise y'all, they will not get another bigger breakdown than this, what I'm doing right now.
Lit this project so that the entire community could generate these results. If you're a member of the board, could you raise your hand or just stand up? I want to thank you.
Hey, T. Camilla. Hey, MSL.
To acknowledge Mayor Brady. His political courage and leadership through the opening days have allowed us to get here today and generate these results that have provided and spurred the economic engine to justify phase two that we're celebrating. So Mayor Brady, thank you very much. If you're a member of the village staff or leadership or a member of the Wintrust operations team, could you just raise your hand as well? This is an award-winning phase one operation. So it has set up the stage here for phase two, and the best is yet to come, no question about it. To the Chicago Sky, thank you for your partnership here. We're really excited about what's going to happen. The indoor turf component in phase two is going to serve the local community here, leagues, camps, clinics, with some great partnerships that are on tap to come in as well, more to come on that. But today, we're here to celebrate this team and what's been accomplished. So thank you again. We appreciate everybody's support, and the best is yet to come.
Okay, great. Wait, were you even listening?
I just want y'all to be paying attention to what these people, yeah, She Wins. Some they pushing crack, definitely. But anyway, we're gonna get into it.
Next, please welcome Michael Harris Jr. of Wintrust Bank, and he is also the Beverly Bank and Trust Bank president as well. Thank you.
Listen, pay attention.
Thanks for having me, everybody. It's an honor to be here today.
Listen to what he's saying. This part somebody going to jail, because this is a banker. Y'all heard who he is, right? He's the banker, right? This is official business. Somebody going to jail. I'm trying to tell y'all. Somebody about to get it real quick. Watch.
Represent Wintrust and Beverly Bank and Trust. This groundbreaking ceremony marks an exciting moment on the village of Bedford Park and the future of the Wintrust Sports Complex. At Wintrust, we are deeply committed to investing in the communities that we serve. Our partnership with the village of Bedford Park, which began in 2021 with the naming rights to this incredible facility, is a perfect example of how we strive to create opportunities for economic growth and community engagement. The Wintrust Sports Complex isn't just a place for sports, it's a vibrant place where families can gather, local businesses can thrive, and the community comes together. Today's groundbreaking for the new Chicago Sky training facility is a natural extension of the vision we share with the village of Bedford Park. We are proud to be a part of this journey, contributing to the area's growth and providing a hub that fuels local pride and economic development. We're excited that you are here to tour the Wintrust Sports Complex and celebrate the groundbreaking for the new state-of-the-art Chicago Sky training facility. And our relationship with the Chicago Sky, who plays at the Wintrust Arena, underscores our commitment to supporting Chicago's health and wellness for all. Thank you to the Village of Bedford Park and the Chicago Sky for their continued partnership. We look forward to an exciting future that strengthens our community, ties and fosters lasting opportunities for growth. Thank you.
Did y'all hear that man say Chicago Sky in Bedford Park as a mutual? Mutual means 50-50. That's what mutual agreement, you know what I mean? Or an agreement of certain statutes and standards. So a mutual agreement, yes, for them to build the facility and them to be an occupant, yes, that's what he's talking about. But you see how he's even with his language, he didn't let the Bedford Park people know completely. Like the first speaker, speaker told you exactly the jewels that it came from. That was the president. He said that the monies was coming from the hotels, the restaurants, and the grocery stores in Bedford Park and the community. Bedford Park community, meaning that they house taxes also. This is why the Bedford Park residents was taken into the courts right now because their taxes went up because of this facility also being built, and they were getting billed for their house taxes, their home taxes for this goddamn facility. Diabolical. Let me break this down.
Thank you, Michael. And now on to the main attraction here. So it's with great enthusiasm, I'd like us all to welcome Sean, who is the Chicago Sky's game time announcer. Sean?
Thank you. I'm excited to be here. I hope we all are ready for this historic afternoon. Are we ready? All right. We're going to give you a sample of the energy that we bring to Wintrust Arena every night. So we're going to give you a little sports atmosphere today. Squeeze, let's do this. I have some very important people to announce and to recognize. And as they come, I want you to give them a round of applause, please, and thank you. First, coming to the podium from the village of Bedford Park, he is the Chief Business Officer. Please make some noise for Joe Renosi.
First one going to jail.
Welcome, Joe. And from the village of Bedford Park, he is the president. Please make some noise for David Brady.
That's the one that said he knew that they was lying. When y'all pay attention, when I said in the apocalypse, when I was talking about when I broke the apocalypse, the sky apocalypse down, this is the guy who knew that the Chicago Sky was lying. This guy I'm finna show y'all. But he knew that the Chicago Sky was lying in the newspaper and on the air that they were saying that they was paying for this facility. This is very important. So go check out the Skypocalypse. Y'all got to go and check it out if you ain't seen it. I broke down the monies and the expenditures of everything. So this is the guy, the president, who said he knew it was wrong what they said and put into the Sun-Times and the Tribune that Annie Constable and Julia Poe, they both wrote about the facility at the time of this speech, because this was in 2025 when Teaspoon was fired. This is what this is all. This is right after Teaspoon was fired. Then they went here talking about the facility and everything. So I got to give y'all the timing of this situation. So all of this right here is the speech that was given after Teaspoon was fired. Angel wasn't there because Angel was mad. She was already upset that Teaspoon was fired. Camilla wasn't there. Camilla was already gone. Gone already overseas. So Camilla wasn't there. And this is when Angel text the text after they was doing this on this day that they was making the speech. Angel did an encrypted text saying that you cut the grass low, you see the snakes, that was had in it. This is the time period. So I want everybody to get the time period right and exactly when this happened, because it's very important for y'all to know.
Welcome to the party, David. We are excited to have you here in the building. He is the former Illinois Senator. Ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise for Louis Vivarito.
Now this is the center.
He is the superintendent for Reese High School. Please put your hands together for Dan Jordan. All right, he is the superintendent for Argo High School. Please make some noise for Dr. William Toulis.
The reason they mention in the high schools because those are the high schools in Bedford Park, people. So I know you ain't trying, you like, why they mention high schools? These people who was paying for their kids in high school is paying for this facility. This is how diabolical this shit is. Somebody is gonna get locked up, or to get up out of this. I'm telling y'all, they real quiet. The court case didn't happen. They real quiet about this court case that just happened 2 weeks ago, y'all. A week ago on the 20th, last Monday, right? Remember now, I told y'all on the 20th, April the 20th, they went to court. It's real locked in. Ain't nothing been said, ain't nothing been wrote about. None of that been wrote about. So something is up. Something is going on.
Welcome to the party. From the Basketball Museum of Illinois, he is the chairman. Please make some noise for Bruce Forshaw. Welcome to the party, Bruce. We are excited to have you in the building. You look amazing. And the co-owner, operating chairman from the Chicago Sky. Please make some noise for Nadia Rollins. Welcome to the party, Nadia.
Hey, if I ever knew a crook and I needed a crook,
and a WNBA veteran from the Chicago Sky, the anchor, the person in the middle. Make some noise for Elizabeth Williams. That's right. The Chicago Sky is officially in the building. We are excited for your partnership. Thank you so much. Let's get this party started. Thank you.
everybody. This is kind of not what I expected when I was mentally preparing for this, but appreciate all the friends and family in the room today. Today's a great occasion for, as we gather for the groundbreaking ceremony of the Wintrust Sports Complex Phase 2 edition. This project is a shining example of what can be achieved through collaboration and vision, and we're incredibly grateful for the unwavering support of the Village of Bedford Park, our partners with the Sky, and every individual, quick hands, an organization contributing to this historic endeavor. I'd like to recognize our naming rights partner in Wintrust Financial for their ongoing support of this project. For context, we've had these discussions starting in 2019, and we greenlit this project March 20th, 2020, 4 days after this little thing called 15 days of slope spread. And 4 days into that, we had a board meeting and we connected to Zoom for the first time. And I just want to thank the board for believing in this vision, because with all the uncertainty that we pushed through by creating jobs here, by not canceling contracts and pushing through, really got us to the point we're at today. So thank you guys for believing in this vision. I want to quickly just highlight a few distinguished guests we have here today. All the Bedford Park staff, former trustees, please be recognized. Stand real quick. Just thank you for coming. I want to recognize Senator Lou Vigorito, Stickney Township Supervisor, Senator Mike Profilio, our 22nd District State Rep, Angie. Thank you. Representative Nichols, thank you for coming out. Representative Rashid, thank you for your friendship. Congressman Cashin can't join us today, but sent Representatives Tony and Lauren from his staff, so appreciate you guys making the effort. From the Sky, I could go through the 100+ RSVP list here. I'm going to forget some people. I don't want to continue to go through. We're going to meet everybody today and become friends after this. But really, where it starts with the Sky of Harvey and Michael Alter, Nadia and Adam Fox. Appreciate you guys.
So those are the three: Michael Alter, Nadia Rollinson. He's saying Nadia, but it's Nadia. Nadia Rollinson and Fox, right? Those are the responsible, the co-CEO of the Chicago Sky. Those people are the ones involved in this mess and this debacle. So I want y'all to hear now. Come on. We're going to go a little bit further. We're going to get up here when okay. So this is Fox.
4 trustees that are no longer on the board that contributed to the plans that have evolved here at 65th and Central. Unfortunately, 2 of them lost their lives during the COVID pandemic. Bob Regip and Eddie Select. Also like to recognize retired
Mr. President. Mr. President of Bedford.
and Katrina Aaron. They were involved
President of Bedford.
in plans for this facility. We greatly appreciate their efforts. Special thanks to Alba and the Sky. The Sky believed in a little town of 618 residents. And sometimes I think the proteins get bum wrapped, sometimes for their dealings. The Sky was tremendous to deal with. We could have dealt with better people. Also, special recognition to Mark Hoffman. the owner of Moretti's will be there in a little bit. I hope you're all going to be there. I've been there 11 times in 2 weeks. And also for Mike Morosco and John Park, they're building a hotel adjacent. We're going to have a race now who can finish first. So, how many people have heard this story? And I'm not going to go into a long story, but the little engine that could. Anybody get the story? Okay.
So what he was saying was they're gonna have a race. So it's a hotel that's almost done. Now the hotel is almost done. Since this thing is actually almost being finished, you say you're gonna have a race, but the people that's going into this hotel that's in Bedford Park are still going to be taxed for this facility. Chat. How diabolical is that? He's already measuring the shit up. He's letting you guys, he's setting it up. He's setting it up for the people that's in Bedford Park to be super maximized and charged from this thing. So let's go ahead and hear the rest of it.
Our village board of Bedford Park has followed the ideals of this story. We're a small village, and like the little engine, we face many mountains. But with the attitude, we think we can, and the support of our residents, staff, attorney, ALPA, financial advisors, FSM, the township, our municipal, state, and federal officials, our community neighbors, the business community, school districts, library, and park districts, Wind Trust, the Hall of Fame, and now the Sky, helping to push us up that mountain. We can share that attitude at an expanded Wind Trust sports facility and help the young people that perform at Wind Trust to achieve their goals, and the Sky and the WNBA to achieve their goal of equity with a first-class training facility. Thanks to everyone that has helped to push us up the mountain. And again, thank you very much, because I'm a former teacher. What's the moral behind isn't it good? Anybody know? Yeah, I think you can. But when everybody works together, you accomplish things. And that was done with this, and we hope to continue.
The moral is that you do straight up fucking business. Not everybody, that's a part of the chief aim, of course. Everybody work harmonious amongst one another, but no. First thing is the integrity of the job. That's the first thing. The first thing is the integrity of it all. And for 618 people, for this to be on 618 Bedford Park residents, the hotels that's in Bedford Park, the restaurants, and then of course the grocery store that's there in Bedford. That's a major, you know what I mean? The businesses, do y'all understand? I own businesses. Do you understand the taxation that's going to be on a small business, and it has been for the last 2 years to build this facility? That the ex-senator signed off for this thing before he got unelected, signed off for this to be passed? Diabolical, y'all. Diabolical. I'm trying to tell y'all something. Hold on. Let me get this other dude up in here. I'm breaking.
Honored to be here today representing
Basketball Hall of Fame Coaches Association and their desire to build the first of its kind Illinois Basketball Museum. With this Phase 2 edition and the Sky coming on board, that dream's becoming a reality. And I gotta tell you, it's kind of nice to have 1,100 basketball coaches on your side to get you pumped up for coming up here. So, Bruce, can you come and say a few words? Thank you.
Hi, I'm Bruce Forshaw, and it's an honor to be here today representing the Illinois Basketball Coaches Association. when Chuck Rowinski, Ron Heron, Cheryl Hayes.
He not in court. Here you go. I found it, y'all. I found the chat.
Well, good
Here
morning,
you go.
everyone.
Listen.
I must say, it's pretty amazing to see all the Chicago Sky gear, even in the press.
Listen. Pay attention, because this some indictment shit. Listen.
Wearing the t-shirts and hats, and just shows how much support we have from everyone who's here.
Now remember, the t-shirts and hats, Bedford Park, the citizens of Bedford Park pay for this celebration, chat. And even the celebration that they had for the facility walls going up. Listen, just listen.
This is an exciting day for Bedford Park, an exciting day for the WNBA, and an exciting day for the Chicago Sky organization. Today, we're not just breaking ground on a building. We're breaking new ground for women's sports, for our communities, and for a future generation of athletes. This new practice facility right here in Bedford Park will be more than just a place to train. It'll be a hub of excellence, a beacon of dedication, and a symbol of what happens when hard work meets opportunity. It's about creating spaces where our athletes can sharpen their skills, build their strength, and continue to show the world why Chicago Sky is a team to be reckoned with. For years, the Chicago Sky has demonstrated this resilience, teamwork, and unwavering commitment and grit on the court. Now, with this state-of-the-art facility that's coming in phase 2, all of this open ground back here, they'll have even more tools to push the boundaries of what's possible. And as we've seen our players do time and time again, we have 2 of our players here that we're very excited about. Today's groundbreaking isn't just about the players, though. We love you, but it's not just about you. This facility represents an investment in our community. It will inspire young girls and boys to dream bigger, to push harder, and to believe that they too can rise to new heights. Bedford Park and the greater Chicago area will now have a space to witness and be part of the journey that athleticism, empowerment, and equity in sports brings. So with that, I want to recognize a few people who really made this dream come true. And just to go off script for a moment, I came to be part of this organization almost 2 years ago as a co-owner. And we've been talking about a practice facility for a while, even before anybody in this tent would know, for years. And it is due to the dedication, the investment, and the commitment of a few key people that really made this come to pass. One of those people.
Listen to who she said a few key people. Name it. Go ahead, Nadia.
Michael Alter.
Michael Alter. Michael Alter, y'all listen. Pay attention.
And he was dedicated and believed in women's sports before the rest of the world caught up. So thank you for the dedication over decades. We also have John Rogers, who's been an incredibly helpful partner in this.
Mr.
Harvey
Rogers.
Alter, Margaret Stender, and investors in our latest investment group of Ann Ward, Tina Chin, who've shown up not just.
Y'all heard John Rogers' name, right? John Rogers is the one that's taking him to court, right? Mr. Rogers is taking him to court. That's the one she just mentioned, right? Where Annie Constable, remember now, Annie Constable wrote a hit piece shooting at Mr. Rogers. I'm trying to get you guys to put this shit together. I can't make this up. Remember, listen, a couple months ago in February, Annie Constable talked about Mr. Rogers as an early on investor. But you heard, putting this facility together, you heard Mr. Rogers' name mentioned, right? If he wasn't significant or if he wasn't a part of anything, why did she say he was a part of it? She said Michael Alter and John Rogers, right? That's what she said, right? But Annie, the clown Constable wrote a hit piece on Mr. Rogers. If y'all remember, I revealed all of this to you. But I'm going to be done. You know what I'm saying? I got to expose it today. I got to lay it all out. I got to lay it out. So Andy Constable is the criminal who put out the hit piece on Mr. Rogers because once he filed suit in January, the top of the year, about what was going on, and then I guess he found out that they was trying to trade Angel, or all of this hoopla was going on with Spoon and the swoop. He didn't like the direction that they was going, and they was saying Jeff P was trying to sell bullshit and bananas in the tailpipe type of fucking stories, and Courtney Vandersloops, you know what I'm saying, she's staying in the cut, you know what I'm saying, whispering, you know, doing a little sneak dissing and doing all of the, you know what I'm saying, the move and motivational things. And Michael Alter is also slithering and amen all of the bullshit that is going on with Nadia Rollinson being the chief liar in all of it. Here you go.
Person, but also spiritually, so thank you. Also, some other investors who couldn't be here today, but who have shown their dedication and time and talents with Laura Ricketts, Dwayne Graves, and others. And then we moved to Bedford Park. So Jeff and I, our GM, we were just talking this morning as we walked in, impressed by the balloons and the flag and everyone that's walking in and the great music that we have, that working with Bedford Park and the partners that we have here.
The balloons and the flag that Bedford Park paid for
really show that there's still good people in the world. And especially in times of crisis that we're in right now, as the world is going through this moment, in business and in negotiations, you're set up to be in a naturally antagonistic sort of posture. That has not been the case at all. If anything, it's been the exact opposite, as you mentioned. We're very grateful to have the partners that we do in Bedford Park. And specifically, Mayor Brady, the village trustees, Steve Rocky, you guys have been amazing, as well as all the other partners from the fire department to the police department to all of the advisors that have been a part of these meetings over the last few months. So thank you. We also want to thank our sponsors. Again, you know, people say they support women's sports and they say, oh, that's great, and they tweet about it or put it on their social media. But those that buy tickets, that show up as sponsors, dedicate their dollars, create revenue for the team, allows us to do things like this. So we're very proud to have the sponsors that we do. Magellan being one of them, Garrett's Popcorn and Pure Water, etc., have been a part of this journey for a while. And of course, last but not least, are our fans. Our Skyriders, our season ticket holders. You are the heartbeat of our team, and your dedication fuels moments like this, particularly those of you who have been here from the beginning. We love you, we hold space for you, and we're grateful for you. And as we turn over the soil that we'll be digging in a few moments here, we're planting seeds of progress and opportunity. People often say that sky's the limit, and I say no, Chicago Sky, we're limitless. And we're ready to soar. So thank you to Bedford Park, and thank you for all of you for being here. Let's go.
She said that Chicago Sky was limitless. You mean 5.9 million was limitless when they said it was 38 million, 32 million, then it went up to 38 million, then they said 60 million, then 80 supposed to be million spent overall of what's supposed to be happening overall on the finishing touches. And the Chicago Sky have not even yet gave the 5.9 million. The $5.9 million ain't been gave yet, because they even were supposed to put the $800,000 down towards the rest of the construction that's supposed to happen outside, which y'all saw when I went outside, I showed y'all, ain't happened. Because Bedford Park was going to put that down because the contractors was like, yo, listen, we ain't received the rest of our shit. Come on with the money. Bedford Park, come on. Chicago Sky. But then when it get broken down, when the economics get broken down, check, these people, Chicago Sky, only made themselves responsible for $5.9 million. So I'm just telling you, you know, it's an unbelievable thing. It's an unbelievable thing for this type of thing to happen, y'all. I mean, diabolically so. So unbelievable that I break it down to you again. I break it down. We're going to come back to that. We're going to come back to that. We're going to come back to that. Let me come on, because I'm about to crash the fuck out. I'm almost there. I'm trying to hold it tight. I'm holding it in. I'm holding it in. It says, Sky, it says here, start with the press release of what we was just watching. July 25th, 2024. Actually 2025. The Chicago Sky published a press release announcing what they called a $38 million practice facility in Bedford Park, Illinois. The release described a 40,000 square feet of exclusive space featuring 2 regulational WNBA courts, a private chef kitchen, a content creation studio, beauty station, and a 24-hour year-round access. Co-owner Nadia Rollison called it the first of its kind public-private partnership for the WNBA's practice facility. The village president, David Bradley, which y'all saw him talk about where the money came from. Y'all remember now. Y'all heard he say where the money came from now. He told y'all. He said the Sky leadership for investing in the future of Bedford Park. You heard her say that, right? December the 25th was the completion date, but that shit didn't happen, right? It read like a franchise spending $38 million of its own money to build something special in a small village near Midway. Y'all heard the plans. The Sky's actual financial commitment was $5.9 million. The village of Bedford, population of 618, was found funding the rest. Y'all know how they was funding the rest, so I broke it down. They told you how they was getting it done. I mean, it says at least $32 million in public money for the building. The Sky would occupy rent-free, utility-free, maintenance-free, and property tax-free, with 100% of naming rights and sponsorship revenue going to the team on a 30-day terminational clause if they decide to leave. The Sky branded a taxpayer-funded building as their $38 million facility. The Sky branded a taxpayer-funded building, which is against the law, chat. That's against the law. That is against the law. They branded a taxpayer-funded building as their $38 million facility. taking credit for $32 million in public money as if it were their investment. Y'all, they ain't gonna be able to beat me, y'all. Here's what they signed. This is a certificate. This is a lease. This is how a lease look in Illinois. I don't know, you know how y'all leases look in y'all other cities, but that's a lease that's going on for that. And look the launcher. Look at her, the launcher. This is the one who said, didn't you hear Nadia Rollison mention Mr. Rogers? But she the one that put the hit piece out on Mr. Rogers and said that Mr. Rogers had nothing to do with the Sky and he was an early on investor. This is what Annie Costabile said. It's in her article. You can't take it away. It's out there. I showed it in what she said. You fucking liar, Annie. I texted her today on her fucking Twitter and say, you a fucking liar. I did do that. I did it. I ain't harassing that goddamn woman. That woman need to be stopped. She need to be snipped, clipped, and burnt. I'm just saying, for real. For real. Y'all heard my boy say for real. She need to be stopped. Annie Costabile, I know you watching me and you're mad that I'm exposing your bitch ass, but yeah, I'm exposing your bitch ass because you around here running like a goddamn burning flame with gasoline draws on, yelling about bullshit. You're doing the little boy blue type of bullshit around here doing, you know what I mean, lying, flip-flop flaying and all that fucking thing. Y'all just up there. Okay, here's the next thing. Come on. I wish she should have tripped. She almost tripped. I wish she would have fell out.
91.5, you're welcome. I want to call up Elizabeth Williams here in a second. I just got to say, Michaela's sitting over here as well. We got a UCLA Bruin and a Duke Blue Devil. Up to you guys.
I'm gonna show this shit because she ain't know what the fuck she ain't know what she was doing. Y'all gotta forgive E-Will. E-Will didn't know none of this shit. She just a basketball player. E-Will didn't know what.
All right. Good morning.
E-Will was just talking, you know, she was congratulating and thanking everybody for her to be there, and she was grateful just to be there amongst everything. And I'm just saying, y'all, whew, this was like, seriously, this is the news.
So many business owners still run it with emails, spreadsheets, group chats.
This is the last piece, y'all. This is the last piece, and then I'm getting up off of it.
Not just the roster.
No, in the next 14 months, there is a lot to iron out for sure. After
for the future and not just the roster.
No, in the next 14 months, there is a lot to iron out for sure. After years of having to share their practice facility at the Saks Recreation Center in Deerfield, the Sky will finally have their own. Matt Zahn was at the groundbreaking for a project the Sky hopes will.
The Sky will have they what? The Sky, you see this on the Chicago Moves, right? I can't make this up. This for the record. Nope. I can't be nice. I can't, MSL. I got him. See, this is what the show is all about. I got him. I gotta let you know. So y'all, here go the open session. Here go open sesame. You about to come up here in a minute, MSL. Just hold on. You about to come up in here.
Thing for the future and not just the roster.
No, in the next 14 months, there is a lot to
They
iron out
planning
for
to
sure.
rob
After
people.
years of having to share their practice facility at the Saks Recreation Center in Deerfield, the Sky will finally have their own. Matt Zahn was at the groundbreaking for a project the Sky hopes will attract free agents who will be playing for a still-to-be-named head coach.
It's shovels to the dirt time in Bedford Park as the Sky break ground on construction of their new practice facility that they hope will be ready to use by fall of next year.
We're talking about equity, right? And we're not looking for things to be the same, but we want to have equal access and opportunity and resources. And for a WNBA team, they should have their own dedicated facilities.
Of course, a new practice facility, not the only big change for the Sky. They're currently looking for a new head coach after firing Teresa Weatherspoon. And today was the first time we got to hear from them about that decision.
I have a lot of respect for Spoon. We're very appreciative of the competitive teams, the resilient teams, the spirit she brought to us on the court every night. And look, as an organization, we just felt it was time to make a change.
There's always growing pains, whether it's with younger players, whether it's with a new coach. And so I think that was the general sentiment. I don't think there was anything like deep or personal behind it.
Pagliacca did say there were some private issues that they want to keep in-house, but as far as Angel Reese's comments saying she was heartbroken by the move.
Franchise's relationship with Angel in a good spot.
Franchise relationship with Angel is in a good spot.
In Bedford Park, Matt Zahn.
Lies. Y'all see this? Hey, y'all, I can't make this shit up, y'all. I can't make it up. I just want y'all to see that I'm on this. This is what I do. This is what I do. This is what I do, chat.
Who the fuck you think you fucking with? Who the fuck you think you fucking with?
I tell your mama you ain't shit. I tell your mama you ain't shit.
Jeff Pagliacca, you fucking scumbag. You a goddamn liar. Through your teeth to the people of Chicago, Nadia Rollinson, you slithering little snaky chocolate little mocha ochre little nasty little running around. You got to be on the corner selling tickets now because you such a goddamn snake. Slithery with a forked tongue saying this and that and online. Because I put this episode so everybody can put the timeline of what the fuck really happened and what went down. You're not going to beat me. See, all of these other, you know what I'm saying, podcasts, hey, shout out to the ones that do good, but I'm talking about the ones that ain't down with the nitty gritty to really know what the hell is going on. Man, listen, I'm here to let you motherfuckers know that you not going to get past being a low-life, low-down, dirty individuals that you are. Michael Alter, Jeff Pagliacca, and Nadia Rollinson, you guys did the worst disservice to the Chicago natives and made us have to swallow this shit that you didn't put on us. And then, of course, the Po City the Po Township of Bedford, Po Bedford, was sold a banana and they put it straight up their tailpipe, making them think that they was building around Angel Reese with all of the follies, with all of the hoopla, with all of the commercials, with all the Victoria's Secrets, with the Met Galas, with all of the doggone Netflix, with all of the hip-hop rappers, with all of the R&B singers, with Beyonce on board, all of the top people that you know in the country. You know what I'm saying? She up there, you know what I mean, making and mingling all over in Dubai. Tricking the people of Bedford. The Pope president, he up there lying for them, and he knew they was lying, and he didn't shut them down. He did not say, no, listen, the township of Bedford is putting up this money. The Chicago Sky only giving $5.9 million for their occupancy of the resident. He did not correct that. And now you using that to fool people, Nadia Robinson. See, you mad at me but don't be mad at me. You really mad at the truth. The truth of the goddamn matter is you was in here lying, swindling, money laundering, allegedly for it all. I'm just saying I can only go by what the editorials say. I can only go by what you said out your mouth. I can only go by what this lawsuit is all about. And that's the only thing that I'm going by. I ain't going out the lines. I'm trying to tell you that these people are the worst people on earth when it comes to business, because they are the replica of how a dirty business gets done. Soulless, no spirituality in it. Michael Alter feelings got hurt. And Fox. Michael Alter and Fox and Nadia Robinson, agreed with that shit. Nadia Robinson didn't give a fuck about what Angel said, because she a black woman. She know how we fucking, how women motherfucking pop off and say what the fuck they got to say on their goddamn mind. Nadia Robinson know that shit. She know that shit. But y'all saw Jeff Pagliosha just sit up there and lie saying Angel was down. Angel wasn't down with that shit. You saw she put Teaspoon on her podcast and say she wasn't down with that shit. Angel wasn't down with that shit, y'all. And the man up there lying on that TV, the Angel was down. That was one of her gripes. That was one of her reasons why. Angel Reese, I hope you're watching, baby niece, because I'm putting these motherfuckers on cast, because I know you slipping in and out. I'm just telling you, I got to tell these peoples about it. I got to tell these peoples about it. Baby niece of the Boo Bop. It's 93, all 100 people up in here. 100 people in here to witness what the hell the Chicago Sky has done to swindle people out of their money. The township of Bedford giving money to a facility that they own news. They got the news lying, saying it's their facility of their own. It's not yours. The facility's still not yours. You renting your portion of this facility that got built and catered to you being there a long term. And this is why the facility got built. I'm cooking now. Watch me as I eat. Watch me as I eat now. I'm cooking. These people here have built a facility in their township for a team, a franchise, supposedly franchise, but it's not. It's not a franchise, because I told y'all this is an episode from Power. I mean, we literally watching Power right now. Power, that 50 Cent wrote, we seeing that shit break down right now. This is a money laundering type of shit. If I ever saw one, allegedly. So, I mean, like it's an episode from Power. The thing is, what's up, King Pisces Nathan? I wish you was here. You're going to have to get it on the playback. The thing is that at the end of the day, the people of Bedford, I know they gonna be tuning in because y'all share. Listen, the people of Bedford, y'all continue to share because y'all see how the numbers going up. Y'all share with each other. Y'all go ahead, share this, because I'm giving straight fucking information. I'm giving it to you raw on how it went down. I ain't saying nothing. I ain't put my 2 cents in it. I'm letting you see. Listen, pound for pound, I'm letting you see what they said. Pound for pound. I ain't said it. I'm showing you in evidence of what they said. They said that Teaspoon, because of differences, she was fired. They was going in another direction. That was a lie. They was going in another direction, but they wasn't going in her. They wasn't going in the direction, the right direction. So the lie was, yes, They did go in another direction. That part was true. But they lied and told us the reason why Teaspoon was fired. That's the lie. Because of Courtney Vandersloot and Jeff Pagliosha plotting against that sister who worked hard in her career and tried to smear and smudge her name, and she's a Hall of Famer. What, you thought that she wasn't gonna get no job? Right away, she made some stacks over there in Unrivaled. Nafisha Kaya them and Stewie took care of her right away. 2 years in a row. Now she on the networks. You can't stop a rise. You can't stop God's children. You can't stop them, Jeff P. Satan will never win against the righteous. The devil will never win. You cannot touch the children of God. You can't. You cannot touch it. So they lied about Teaspoon. Then you seen them go through all of these follies about the facility. They went through all of the follies with the facility. You saw the president of Bedford Park tell you where the money was coming from. Then, of course, exactly where it was coming from. And then, of course, you saw Nadia Rollison get up there and lie. You saw it. I didn't say it. You saw it. Then you saw Jeff Pagliosha sit up there and lie and say that Angel was down with all this shit. Angel on board. You a goddamn lie. Angel is not on board. Angel was not on board. So those who just came in the building, if you ain't see it, I'm just saying Angel was not on board of this shit. Ain't no damn way in the world I know my baby bop was not, listen, my baby goat was not on the way of success of this shit right here. Using Angel.
Franchise's relationship with Angel in a good spot.
Franchise relationship with Angel is in a good spot.
In Bedford Park.
It has already been ruptured, chat, when Teaspoon got fired. Y'all see that all over the news. Lying. Making the people feel like that this was their facility. Making the people think that they was putting money in and investing in this actual bum-ass motherfucking franchise that they fucking run. Making the people trying to confuse the people of what the hell really is going on. And then got this other one right here. Yeah, y'all, this Julia Poe. This one and this one. These two horsemen, Julia Poe and this lady right here. Why they ain't speak about the truth about what was going on? Because clearly they knew exactly what was going on. But from their journalistic integrity, this is for their journalistic integrity, they did not break down how much the Chicago Sky was putting into this facility. Julia Poe, since she want to write about what Angel said and want to motherfucker release shit, that at what Angel said, they want to release that shit early. Julia Poe, why you ain't released that shit? Julia Poe, why the fuck you ain't tell the people about how much they were spending on this shit? No, you didn't, because you had your brother's back. Annie Constable, y'all already know that Annie was, allegedly was in the bathroom with Jeff. I don't know. I am just saying, I don't know. I ain't slandering nobody. I'm just saying allegedly, I mean, Haley Van Lith showed them together, you know what I'm saying? Jeff probably, I don't know. You know what I mean? The zipper, I don't know. I'm just saying allegedly. Allegedly. But this clown right here, Howdy Doody, Mad Max sister, did not talk about the editorial. Yeah, you probably tuning in because I cussed you out. So I know she probably in the back, y'all. She can't wait to listen. Watch. I know Annie Constable is looking. Y'all ain't gonna, I know this resonating throughout the highways and byways in my city because everywhere I go, the nail shops, I be sharing this shit. I'm just trying to tell y'all. I'm sharing this shit. Annie Constable put a hit piece out on Mr. Rogers. But y'all saw that Nadia Rollison included Mr. Rogers in the speech. So if he was some irrelevant piece that didn't want to support and wasn't part of it, this was what Nadia Rollison said. You fucking liar. Telling half truths. Riding on a pale horse. Pale person on a pale horse. Riding it, writing it, scribing it. Yeah, this you with that match. Annie Constable, that's her with that match right there. That's Annie. Look at Annie. She actually looked too good right here. I mean, I couldn't help how the cartoon looked, but I couldn't help it. Julia Pope. Y'all want to know who that is? That the one with the sign. That's Hirsch. She took Annie Constable spot on the Suntans because Annie Constable got fired. She got Alyssa Hirsch. Alyssa Hirsch. And then this Andrew, y'all, from No Cap Space, he had a lock on his mouth. His lips are sealed because it's a court case. That's why he got a folder. So everything that Andrew was saying is being used in a court case against the Chicago Sky. You got Courtney Vandersloot, Jeff Pagliosha behind the firing of Teaspoon and Kennedy Carter being released. I'm telling y'all, you better have Courtney Vandersloot because soon as the people see you, they gonna boo your ass. They booing you. The people gonna boo you because you didn't shut up. Instead of you just letting it go on and dissipate, Courtney Vandersloot, you go to the paper and try to put a hit piece out with your girls, with Julia Pope, this lady right here, and put a hit piece out on Angel on what you didn't like. And Yahoo Sports got it and put it out. Also after the, you know what I mean, you released that in the Chicago Tribune. You know, I'm sick of these people, y'all. Straight up. I'm tired of these people. And I had to give it to them. I had to let you guys know the information that came to me. And I had to let you guys know it's over 120 people that came in this building. That's members. This is a members only chat. But listen, y'all got to understand that it's bigger than this. It's even more bigger. But I'm finna send I just wanted to break that down. MS, I'm finna put it, y'all, or whoever, Tiffany Cole, if you want to come up, Tiffy, ADP, you already know ADP, you need to come up because this is a part of the mental health. ADP, you really, if you can come up, you should come up because this is what Angel been holding. Angel been, I mean, the hit piece after hit piece after hit piece was done by these people with this bum-ass franchise. Hit piece after hit piece. The Pink Panther made it his business to put out garbage as much as he could. Put out garbage as much as he could on Angel. Giving out shots on Angel. The expectation, the whole village was on Angel to get it right. When you didn't go and bring, you went in there and got some motherfucker, all the bench. You said, you went to every team bench and say, yeah, give me you and give me her. And let me put myself on the board. Y'all know it's funny. Hey, Jeff P went to the bench of everybody. He say, now listen, I know we ain't no expansion team, but you know, y'all ain't gonna mind. Y'all ain't gonna mind what I take because I'm going to build a dynasty. You know what I'm saying? So let me see your bench players. Oh, give me her. Give me her too. And give me her. Oh, she came off an injury? Yeah, give me her too. Oh, she just got an ACL? Give me her. And then give me her too. And then, Courtney, who else you want? Uzan. Oh, yeah, give me Uzan from Turkey that used to be on Dallas that was Wade. God damn. I can't believe this shit. I can't believe it. You know, the thing is this, man. At the end of the day got to end. And I just wanted to fully let you guys see exactly what I was saying in the narrative of everything. And I wanted to break it down consistently in the show, not to just be rambling off shit. I wanted y'all to see the timeline. I wanted y'all to understand what they were saying. And I also wanted to show y'all the expenditures of it all. And it all was on Bedford Park. All of it. So it was irrelevant for it to do. But like I said, chat, I wanted to break it down for the rights of me following this case all the way to the end. And I wanted to show y'all this last part. We getting it cracking. Since we getting it cracking, we gonna get it all the way cracking. Here you go. The lawsuit puts taxpayer funds for a $60 million Chicago Sky facility under a microscope. The village of Bedford Park faces allegations of cutting a sweetheart deal for the WNBA team and owner Michael Alter. Yeah, y'all. Here you go. Come on with it. Okay, bro, Cloud, break this shit down. It says a legal battle has erupted over a public-funded development deal between the village of Bedford Park and the southwest suburbs and the WNBA's Chicago Sky franchise, placing the team owner and real estate mogul Michael Alter negotiating tactics under renewal scrutiny. Okay, MSL. Also, it says that the lawsuit filed by concerned Illinois taxpayers, Tiana Jackson, alleges that Bedford Park committed $32.8 million in public funds to construct a custom practice facility for the WNBA team without following basic legal financial safeguards meant to protect residents and property owners. The lawsuit filed Tuesday in Cook County Courts claims, this was a while ago when it was. Jackson complaint characterized the deal as extremely one-sided, favoring the Sky over the small village of 600 residents, hundreds of businesses, and $100 million in annual tax revenue just southwest of Chicago near Midway International Airport. The suit alleges that the Chicago Sky will not pay rent, utilities, maintenance costs, or property tax to occupy the facility, citing contracts and public documents from the village that Jackson obtained. Further, the WNBA team retains 100% of revenue from the facility, naming rights and sponsorship. That means that people that come in for the Chicago Sky and pay their money, that goes to the Chicago Sky. God damn. Woo! So
you just on a roll today, ain't you, bro, Club?
and hey, I gotta break it down, brother. You already know my integrity. It says the agreement on just 30 days notice, the project's construction is nearly complete. They can leave at any time. The contracts are the trap. Jackson Compliance says the court's intervention now becomes occupancy before the Sky's money is due and before the 30-day termination clock starts, prevents the village from falling into the trap in its own contract sets. That's why they moved to USC, chat. They had to come to the west side. They had to come to the west side over there where I'm from. Because they can't, the project, this is a cease and desist order. This is a malpractice suit. You can't use taxpayer money and say it's yours. Where they do that at? And the illegal part, okay, so y'all don't get it. The illegal part is this is in all publications. Do you understand that anything like a obituary or things like that, that's publications. You cannot falsify any publications. That's a lawsuit, lying, and you could go in the court for perjury. Did y'all know that? Yeah. So that's why it's a such thing as fiction books and real life books. That's
Well,
why fictive plot. So go ahead, MS. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, yeah, I think as we all know, with big business, whether it be Michael Alter's real estate business that he's normally involved in, and politics, there's intertwining that happens. And when you hear the word public-private project, it usually means the public will fund something that the private people, i.e. the rich people, will make money off of. So they'll get the benefits from it, but they won't get the negatives because the public will self-finance it. And for a municipality with only 600 people, I mean, obviously that's a very small amount of people, whether it's the airport, warehouses, businesses, obviously that's where they would draw most of their revenue from. So, obviously if you build this huge 60, 70,000 square foot facility, is it going to realistically house 600 people over the course of the years? Probably not in the context of recreation. So yeah, it's primarily built for the team. But what's interesting about it is that it's on, it's off. It's on, it's off. When they bought the All-Star game, the facility, all these things, all of a sudden it's on. And then as soon as Angel is gone, it's off again. So like you said, besides the actual finances and the breakdown and how it works and what they're doing, one of the things they should do is also say, hey, why is this thing, off again? And why do you guys keep lying to us? And it's one of those things that they don't want to investigate. But to your other argument, your bigger argument, what we've witnessed with Angel, and this is just the Angel component. And, for those of us, because I get like this as well, who sometimes say, we really shouldn't focus on the negative. So before I say this, let me say this. Yes, Angel lives a wonderful life. She lives a fabulous life. She's living her dream. And what we see and hear on the internet is probably a small microcosm of what she faces in person. However, a lot of what we see on the internet goes hand in hand with what our major media does and what they're trying to do. And if it's just for the fact that we are so vigilant, so protective, C is so good, she is so great, she is so resilient, that she's able to overcome it. Because from what I've seen, this is the single most destructive attempt at neutralizing an athlete such as this that I've ever seen before, who doesn't deserve it. I mean, we've all seen athletes like LeBron, like him or not, but LeBron's been around 5, 10, 15, 20 years. Maybe when he left Cleveland to go to Miami, I think he was already in the league 5 to 7 years at that time. So he had a chance to build a record for people to say, I don't like him. This, that. But this young lady, she did something in a game that Caitlin Clark had done previously to HVL, that Caitlin Clark had waved off Raven Johnson, as we all know, disrespected her. Angel was friends with Raven Johnson, and she was SEC proud, so she wanted to look out for her SEC sister. And then, as I've said before, if you actually watch that video, it was a big nothing burger. There was no mention of it by the TV crew. There was no mention of it by the referees. There was no mention of it by the coaches. There was no mention of it by the players. There was no mention of it by Caitlin Clark. There was no mention of it by the post-game show, the on-court interview, and the studio show after. Like I said before, it was the internet charlatans, mainly Portnoy, Keith Olbermann, and some others, who riled up this hard right, racist crowd to hate on this Black girl for no reason, because they were so disappointed that their great white hope lost. And so then when social media talks about something, it gives traditional media an excuse to cover it. So then they covered it, but it was never an issue because nothing happened during the game. I mean, Angel did her finger thing. Caitlin Clark turned her back, walked away from it. That was it. No one even, it was such a nothing burger. No one even said anything during the broadcast. But as I said before, what it has shown is they know how to create controversies on the internet. And if you remember, if you saw that interview that Angel did with the Obamas, and for those who haven't seen it, one of the best interviews I've ever seen. You guys really need to go and see that interview if you haven't seen it, because essentially Angel, everything that makes us feel how wonderful she is, that she will be a billion-dollar athlete, whatever you want to say, the resiliency, the fortitude, how dynamic she is, how effervescent she is, the vulnerability that she has, the sensitivity that she has, the loyalty that she has, the upbringing, and the pull up your bootstraps upbringing, that all of that is in that one interview with the Obamas. It is a wonderful interview. And for all of those who have young girls or even young men out there, this is the interview or the person that you want to show and say, hey, this is a person I think you can emulate. And I think that's one of the reasons why Angel keeps rising despite everything they throw at her, because just like you heard what Craig and Michelle said. They said, hey, we saw you at LSU, which a lot of us had seen. Some of us before had seen.
In Maryland, yeah.
Right. Some saw at Maryland, some saw at St. Francis in Baltimore, some saw with team holdover in AAU. But whenever you saw, some may have saw the interview with Not Ball is Life, the other one. It was a great interview. And she was speaking at 17, 18 years old about women making more money, about women this, about women this. She always knew who and what she was from a young age. So this is why, and I'm going to speak for myself, I'm not going to throw anyone else in this, but this is why people like me will always say, this is the real one, Angel Reese, because Caitlin Clark, and I'm trying to say this in the most polite fashion, basically she's a puppet. That's the best way of saying it. She's a puppet. From what I can see, she's a puppet. There's nothing original about her. There's nothing foundational about her. There's nothing innovative about her. There's nothing maverick about her. And she's a follower, because basically everything Angel does, she does. She does after. But they have put an unprecedented attack on this young lady from the WNBA level, from the corporate level, whether it be Nike or some of the other advertisers, because, and it's funny, because also in that interview, Angel set the record straight once and for all. Now, remember, Angel in that interview said that Shaq went to her at the beginning of her junior year. So for those of us who remember how school works, that means that was September 2022. October 2022. So we all know that she got her Reebok deal in 2023 after they won the national championship. which was over 1 year before Caitlin Clark got hers with Nike. But Angel said Shaq came to her in 2022 because she said it was at the beginning of her national championship year, which would mean in the fall of 2022. So check this out. She could have had a sneaker deal in the fall of 2022. And I only bring this up because for those folks, you know, when we face these idiots, bots, whatever they are, who go, well, Angel this, because we've been telling them Angel's been that girl way before this other girl even came into the picture. And here you go.
Way before.
Yeah, Shaq saw her. Shaq met her. Was like, hey, you want a sneaker deal? You want a sneaker deal. But to her credit, as far as that pull up your bootstraps, old fashioned, old folks spirit, she was like, nah, I want to win first. She was probably taken aback. Now, of course, 99% of the people who got sneaker deals probably never won, never won a championship. So why not? So why not Angel? But to her credit, she still chose and wanted to try to do it on her own. And we're glad that she did. And then she did win the championship. She got the sneaker deal. And in that interview, guys, she said after she won the national championship, she said all, not most, she said all of the shoe brands or the major shoe brands came after her. She said all. Now, you and I broke hard when I was on the last time. We talked about how people forget, not only in the Reebok era with Shaq and Allen Iverson, which Angel talked about it, but if you also remember when Venus and Serena came up, as we saw in that movie, King Richard, they both signed with Adidas and Reebok before they ended up going to Nike, because obviously those people offered the most money at the time. So a lot of times the so-called haters, if we must, they'll go, well, she didn't sign with Nike because Clark did. Now, obviously, all you got to do is have some common sense or read, which I know you're familiar with, bro, Claude, because Angel's decision to go with Reebok obviously was from the fact that she knew that she could get more through Reebok than she could, with Nike. And if you know anything about Angel, power, control, input, those are important things to her. Community, having other people involved. You know, when she met Reebok, she met everyone from the CEO down. She didn't stop at Shaq, whether he runs his department or not. She didn't stop at Shaq. And the CEO himself spoke about Angel and why they chose her. Just like when the Atlanta Dream introduced her, the principal owner was quick to say right off the bat, hey, I thank Angel for making that decision. So they went after this. They went after this girl who not only had a sneaker deal offered to her in 2022, 2 years before Caitlin Clark got hers. But as we all know, when the NIL era started, Angel was at the forefront of the NIL era. There's a documentary based on LSU and the NIL. There's also the ON3 magazine, which used to publish NIL each month, each year. That's why I could sit here and Blowcroft could sit here with confidence and say Angel was killing Clark in NIL, killing her. So what I use as a fundamental argument when I go after the WNBA and anyone else when we talk about this attack that's been on Angel is, how can you promote someone exclusively in your league in 2024 who was not the biggest star in college in 2023 and in 2024, at least the beginning of the year, going into the year? And now Clark did get those 18 million views when she faced Connecticut, if I remember correctly, the team she played, or was it South Carolina in 2024? Well, that was and when they faced LSU in the Elite Eight, I think they had about 12, 14 million viewers. So, but what I say to people is two things, and this is just to be fair. One, if LSU would have been there, you don't think it would have been 18 million or more? Obviously, it was used for the population that kept growing to see those two people play, and that was just a natural outcome because you're facing South Carolina, the number one team, who they lost to. But also, if you remember that year, which I know you know, bro, Claude,
Mhm.
that LSU team that was repeating was the most talked about team. It was like a circus, if you remember, right? It had Fly J, it had Anissa, it had HVL,
Yeah.
that was the most talked about team
It was
all year.
really
Nobody
beefed
talked about
up.
Iowa.
They thought it was gonna be a cinch because all of them was on there,
Right.
right?
They should
Because
have
Lisa
repeated.
Mero just came from DePaul, from here in DePaul, and went to LSU to seal the deal, right? For the next to repeat.
Right.
Go ahead.
Yeah, they should have repeated, but they had a couple of things go wrong with that team, as you probably remember. The first one was Samaya Smith, who was a sophomore at the time. She was a great young player, front court player. She had an ACL. That was the first domino that fell, so to speak. Del Rosario, ADR, Aaliyah, she was a top big. She was a top 5 big. She was 6'6", but unfortunately, she didn't really live up to standard. So she couldn't start at center, and you also wasn't going to have Anissa come off the bench. So Angel started at center, and Anissa started at power forward, and so forth. And then Kateri Poole, whether it's because she got in a fight with Flage or it's the reason that Kim Mulkey said that she suspended her for releasing a playbook online, she was also suspended as well. So they lost a lot of their depth in Samaya Smith,
Mhm.
ADR, and also Kateri Poole, who was a great shooter and helped in that championship game in 2023. And
Mhm.
then so basically they were only playing 6 people, right? That
Right.
whole
In
year they were playing
rotation.
last year Poe and that reputation. So one or two things happened. When they faced Iowa, either they just all got dead tired at once because they started off really, really well. And if you also remember, Angel also sprained her ankle. She went out the game. She came back. They taped her up, but she didn't look to be the same. And then the other culprit, of course, was that who was going to guard Clark because HVL, who struggled with LSU that entire year, was was guarding Clark. And some people think it was a conspiracy that that Mulkey had her guard Clark so Iowa could win because they were saying why wasn't Fly J last year Poe playing her. But certainly the Angel ankle sprain and the lack of depth is what prevented them from repeating. And there's still people today that feel if Angel didn't sprain her ankle, even with the 6-man rotation, they would have still won.
It was it would have been close.
Yeah, because it's hard. Yeah, it's hard to play people. It's hard to play 6 people.
Yeah.
You
can't win. No, you can't win with a 6 or 7 man rotation.
I agree, bro.
You only gonna win with 8 to 10. You go 8 is the minimum, but 10 is most people. Just like how Texas was running it, and you saw how UCLA won, right? They had a 10-man. They had an easy 10-man rotation. You got what I'm saying? So
And while we're talking about it, let's debunk the title game nonsense that they like to say, right? Because we run into this a lot, right? They'll go because part of what they're trying to do with Angel is one, they're trying to memory hole the season she had in 2023 because that was one of the best college seasons ever in recent memory for the team, which had 2 losses, and for Angel, who averaged 23.5 points and 15 rebounds, right? That was a great year. And as you said, she was playing one type of game at Maryland, but then when she came to LSU, Kim Mulkey, because they didn't have any bigs, she asked her, could you play this game? And she did wonderfully. So when we talk about, oh, Caitlin can't do this, Caitlin can't do that, well, Angel just showed that she just did whatever her coach asked her to do and did it very well. So that should be a lesson to those fans who feel that their favorite player is not adaptable. But if you remember in that title game, Angel scored about, I think, 13 points in the first quarter. Jasmine Carson scored 22 points in the second quarter. And then it was Alexis Morris. She went off in the third quarter, and by then it was already a blowout. And then last year, Poa and Kateri Poole did their thing in the fourth quarter. Now that was a rarity because if you remember that entire NCAA run, they won a bunch of close games. It just so that game just happened to be a blowout for whatever reason. So obviously Angel didn't have to play as much. And this is just my opinion what I'm about to say. I think Angel just looked at it and said, hey, I don't even need to go out there. Everybody's playing well. Let them do their thing. So what these fools do is they look at this and they go, oh, well, she wasn't the leader of the team. She wasn't the leader of the team. She wasn't the lead. And it's just the dumbest thing ever because so you're going to look at one game and say that when the women averaged 25 points a game or whatever it was in the in the tournament. That's the other thing they say, oh, she can't score. The woman averaged 17.5 points a game when she was a freshman, broke her foot. So then she had to come out and then come back. So that put her average down to about 10 as a freshman. It was about 17.8 before she broke her foot.
Right.
Then she averaged 17 and change again as a sophomore. She averaged 23 as a junior.
Yeah.
And then in her senior year, because like you said, HVL and Anissa came, she was willing to reduce her scoring average to help these guys come in. Right. So she averaged about 18.7, and that was pretty much about her career average.
But in the tournament, she was the leading scorer with 23 points.
Right. So none of these things, these people make sense. And it's got to be bots as well as idiots because you keep seeing the same thing. Like every time you're in the comment section, it was like, oh, well, she wasn't even the leading scorer in her own team. Excuse me? What tournament did you watch?
You didn't watch. That was just bots.
Right. Or it's like, oh, she's not.
Or idiots. You know what I mean?
Right. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. And they know nothing about that LSU team. They know absolutely nothing.
They can't tell you like the dude that came up on William or whatever his name was. He didn't know. He couldn't even tell you that she was the leading scorer in the bracket game.
Yeah, I had missed that. I had came in at the end and I had missed it. But I heard
he couldn't tell you anything about it. Yeah, he couldn't tell you anything about her and all above. But listen here. Go ahead.
I saw a guy today named She Jukester, in case you guys see this person called She Jukester on YouTube, right? He went in one of those AR threads where I think she's doing an interview, nothing crazy. And he just starts trashing her for like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 posts. So then when I'm in one of these, when I was in the Stephanie White thread where she did the interview with Raven, and the dude is in there basically begging people to not be negative towards CeCe because Raven played such a good game. And I called him out. I said, I said, dude, you the same dude that went in an Angel Reese thread and start trashing Angel Reese like she was a child of God. But now you're begging people for forgiveness to not go after CeCe when she shot 2 for 10. Angel hasn't played a preseason game yet. This chick shot 2 for 10 and, shot up bricks again. And you don't want people to say anything when Raven balled out, but then you're knocking Angel just for talking to the press after practice. Like it is a sinister thing, because if this is not a media operation, and to many extents it is, and you and I have spoken about that. If it's not, then what is it? Okay, then we just have a bunch of evil, sinister people. So which one? Which one is it? But obviously the missed layup videos and stuff, people are paying for that. The paid presenters who just make the most idiotic pro Caitlin Clark sites, people are paying for that because regular people don't act that way. And I also say, Bro Claude, and I told you this last time, that after that 2023 championship, I think the white folks calmed down because they had nothing else to talk about, right? She won. She started making all the money in NIL. Caitlin Clark did nothing in NIL. It stayed the same. Caitlin Clark was a nobody.
Yes.
Right? She went back to being a nobody, and Angel became the it girl, right? She's on the cover of everything. She's at the SVs. She's on the cover of Sports Illustrated Bikini, top Q rating, top web searches, this, that. And then when LSU didn't repeat in 2024. It gave them an excuse to ignore Angel and almost try to act like what happened in 2023 was a fluke, despite the injuries and suspensions we just talked about, despite her spraining her ankle, etc. It gave them, so they kind of memory hold Angel. And even though Caitlin Clark lost,
right?
Even though she lost, they still pushed her in 2024 and then started bad mouthing Angel to the point where they're pushing down her draft, her draft stock, because they're saying, oh, well, we don't know. And I've heard you talk about this, bro, so I know you know what's up.
Right.
Craig Robinson, in the interview with his sister, Michelle Obama, he pointed out, if you remember, oh, and I saw that you could handle the ball. And I saw that you were smart and you could read the court, because remember, he's a college coach. He saw that. So if you saw it, bro, Claude, I saw it. You're telling me that scouts at the WNBA forgot that Angel Reese? I mean, let's just talk about.
No,
sorry, I know you're going to say something. Let's just talk about Carl Smecko and Tyler Marsh. Tyler Marsh, as you guys mentioned last night, rushed over to get Angel because he knew what she was, and that was the first phone call he made. So Carl Smecko, when it was first proposed to him, said, "Oh yeah, I remember Angel from when we played her at Florida Gulf Coast. And she's coming up the court and she's dishing passes and she's this and she's this and she's that." So you're telling me that these people didn't know that? So one thing I don't do, bro, Claude, I don't go for the gas face. Like, I don't take the stuff that they do to put her down and carry the okey doke and carry it, because just like how Angel knows who she is and she's strong. Remember when she said that girl is not the only girl that changed women's college basketball? She was right, and she knew she was right, and they attacked her for it because that was the machine that was going after her. Well, I'm the same way. I don't bow down or cow down in those situations, because I'm going to let you know that what you're saying is BS. Just like the rookie of the year. That girl didn't deserve that rookie of the year. She deserved that rookie of the year. How you going to win rookie of the year when you play with two all-stars, and you shooting 40% your rookie year? You're shooting, most of that year she actually shot under 40%, but I think she just cleared it. But you're shooting 40%, 25% from three-pointers. You're averaging 5 turnovers a game, most of them live. They're not dead turnover, because you're being picked, you're making bad passes, you're being, people are taking your cookies.
Turn over the ball history.
Right.
When Angel got injured, that kind of took her out of the
fair enough. But the part that I always bring up is, how is it that your coaches, how is it you're an MVP candidate or you're a rookie of the year when your coaches are terrified of playing you at the end of games out of fear that you're going to get your pocket pick or you can't play no defense? That's the craziest thing I've ever heard, because in baseball, when I was growing up, bro, Claude, I'm sure you was growing up, they wouldn't even give a platoon player, and maybe they still don't. You can never win MVP or win a major award because they look at you as
I was an all-star in baseball, so hold your horses.
Because they look at you as half a player when you're a platoon, right? A guy that's a designated hitter, or a guy that only hits against left-handers, or a guy that only hits against right-handers will never be considered one of the best players in the league, right or wrong, Pro Club?
No, that's right.
Right.
You have to be able. Okay, so hitting is just one part of it, right? If you got a magnitude of defense, if you have it depends on if you can run, you can pinch run, right? If you a good pinch hitter, cool, you're gonna make it in the game. But I'm talking about if you're just a basic hitter, but you got speed. Oh yeah, so that speed in your defense can get you through the National Baseball League, okay? But when we're talking about basketball and what Angel brings to the game and the cultivation of it all, from her being in high school, AAU, over into when she was in Maryland, then of course LSU, and coming to Chicago, all of that cultivated the player in the journey that she's on right now. Okay, so what we're gonna see is at the end, I'm gonna end it with what I'm saying. What we're gonna see is an evolution player, not Wednesday. Wednesday is just it's preseason, y'all. Calm down. It's preseason. But when the regular season kick off on May 8th, trust me,
excuse me,
the bell has rung and she is
Oh, she gonna come out swinging like a bull or a horse when they open
coming
up the
out
gates.
of the gate like a bull, and you guys are gonna be able to witness the greatness. But listen, MS, I gotta get up off of here. I gotta go pick up my daughter. But listen,
Okay.
this was a crash out room for all of the members. I thank y'all, man. We've been over 100 people up in here in membership. So I appreciate y'all. That means that the family is growing. Share this with your people, man. Put me on, coach, because I'm gonna continue to drop the facts. And everybody else say, oh man, but I'm facts over feelings. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna drop it, even though I am a Chicago Sky, you know what I mean, supporter. I'm also an Angel Reese in the Atlanta Dream, you know what I mean, fan, because my baby goat is over there. You see her over my head. She gonna always be my baby goat, along with my goat that's on the wall. Damn, brother Nate, how you doing, brother? Hey, brother Nate, we own the Mar 10 now. Make sure we own the Mar 10. But the thing is that the baby goat is here, and I'm just saying, y'all, that at the end of the day, we have to understand that Angel is now have the biggest opportunity to ascend to the greatness in this season that we all wanted her to do, is just to get to the playoffs and see what, just for her to have a shot. You got what I'm saying? And she got it right now.
Yeah.
She's on the team to get a shot. So we gonna shut all of that other noise up. And we gonna go ahead
And they're terrified about it, bro, Clark. I know you have to pick up your daughter, but now you're gonna have an even Steven situation, because even though the other girl shot way worse than Angel does, they always wanted to point out her shooting. Well, okay, well now she's going to be in a situation where she has two shooters that they have to guard, along with Jordan Canada and Pow Pow and people like that. So now when Angel's on the floor, it'll now be a more true system as far as how she could work on the offense. So let's see what Angel's shooting percentage is and see what the peanut gallery says, because whether it's 47, 48, 50, 51, 52, 53, if they go, oh, but she's on a good team now. Well, this other girl been playing on a good team with two all-stars, two all NBA players from the moment she came into the league, and she been shooting worse than Angel, but y'all ain't never said a thing about it. So don't come up here and say that stuff now, because the game is going to be so much easier for Angel playing with these two. Like you, I feel she's gonna ball out. I think she's gonna do some stuff that people are just gonna go, dang, I didn't know this girl can do all that. As long as they're on the same page and they believe in each other, and she doesn't feel she's stepping on anyone's toes. I think, if she doesn't feel she's stepping on someone's toes, because everything she's done, they always make an excuse. They go, oh well, Teresa Witherspoon gave her the ball so she couldn't get double doubles. They couldn't say anything about Tyler Mars, so they just pretended like none of that stuff happened, because now you can't say two coaches in a row that you just fed her the ball for this stuff to happen. So what are they going to say when she's with two potential All NBA players? One already is All WNBA players, and if she's balling out on this team, then you can't say that, oh, you can't ignore it. You can't avoid it. And the press, we could talk about that another day, because they've been very, very, very unfair to her. But one of the reasons why everybody can't control themselves and all the hit pieces are coming out, because now if she's playing on a good team, you have no excuse not to look, or you have no excuse to look and then pretend like you don't look. You have to acknowledge what she's doing. And unlike Chicago, hopefully Atlanta will put out all the stuff that she's doing, which Chicago never did, with their press releases on Angel. So that way they have to recognize, because she should have made the all defensive team anyway. And she should have made one of those all WNBA teams anyway. based off her statistics. So let's see what happens now.
Yes. So, guys, turn on your notifications every time I drop a hot banger. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I want to thank my brother MS for coming up here. Brother Nate will also be with me Monday. And listen, y'all, we gonna continue.
That was Nate in the chat. What up, Nate?
Yeah, Nate in the chat. So you guys, listen. I had to make sure that you guys see the truth. I also wanted to make sure that everybody see how Angels Trading has put a nail in a coffin for Michael Alter alone with Nadia Rollis and Jeff Petty.
It's putting a nail in his coffin and his demise, and it's also making Atlanta rise. Because did you hear Andrew with no cap space? He didn't really get into detail, but he said a lot of stuff is going on with Atlanta right now. And I know one of the things they said was they would build a new practice facility. Sound familiar? Me and ADP was talking about this in the chat, and T Carmella, but they're supposed to build a new practice facility that's supposed to be done by 2028. They're still looking at their options for an arena, whether they'll rent one in the interim or whether they'll build one. But more than likely, they'll probably rent maybe something local that seats more people and then build. But they're having all these discussions as far as what they want to do, because Angel is a moneymaker to whoever has her. And obviously, Atlanta recognizes this, and they're willing to move forward with this. So let's see what they do.
Right, because Atlanta just came off of a tobacco. Atlanta was one of the teams, okay? So Atlanta just started doing something.
You talk about when they had all the problems with Kennedy Carter, and they had new ownership and all
of that stuff, ownership and everything. They got rid of everything.
Right.
You know what I mean? This new ownership, what we looking at right here. You got what I'm saying? So people forget about that. People weren't watching. The eyes wasn't on the WNBA, but during the COVID season and after the COVID season happened, the dream was
so you're hoping, bro, Claude, the same thing can happen with Chicago one day.
One day. I hope one day soon. So check. Also, this is for you. If you're an entrepreneur, if you're an entrepreneur.
Soldier that the streets talk about. If it ain't making money, ain't nothing to talk about. Keep my mind.
So if you're an entrepreneur, please put your, put your business in the chat. If you do, unlike the Chicago Sky, I keep my name worthy and always help out with the people. Just, if you want your stuff, to be produced, announced, or in a situation where you need my expertise, please hit me on IG, or you can go to my website. My website is Steady Serv'n Sports, ENT. That's Steady Serv'n Sports, ENT. And when you go to my website, you're gonna be able to, excuse me, chat. You're gonna be able to go to the website, hit promotion services. When you hit promotion services, it's going to tell you right away. You need promotions. Are you looking to boost your brand and reach a wider audience? Our sports podcasts and social media channels offer a perfect platform to promote your business. With our engaged listening base, we can help you connect with potential customers and grow your brand. Let's work together and elevate your marketing strategy. Y'all already know how I get out. I'm a hustlepreneur, the first one that you ever seen. You know what I'm saying? This is what I do. And I'm telling y'all, listen, this is Steady Serv'n Sports ENT. I'm glad that my members only is in here. This was for my members. This was about my members. So you guys can get the truth, share the truth, nothing but the truth. And I will always make sure that y'all priority. Y'all are priority who support me, the subscribers who support me, the people that always share what I got to say. Listen, I do this for you, and I'm so grateful and honored. And also, keep the main thing in the comments, man. Y'all heard MSL. He be seeing what y'all be leaving, that debacle stuff that y'all be leaving, man. Listen, keep the main thing or you know what I mean, YouTube gonna delete you anyway, so I ain't got to do it. And also make sure that you know that I thank you for what you do. I thank you for what you've done, and I thank you for what you will do. And be a bread maker. I'm a bread maker. I'm a bread maker. I'm a bread maker. I'm a bread maker. Be a bread maker, and listen, push out your squad, which is bread making that's up in here, y'all. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. But as always, I leave as I came, MS, with another nobody fade me.
King Kong ain't got shit on me
at all. So listen, y'all, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Spread the word. Spread the word that the bread makers crash out room with Mr. Gingerbread Man is popping off, and everybody need to come and see. Love y'all, and I appreciate y'all so much, and I'm so grateful for y'all support.
Brought me here against my will. Never ask questions, shoot to kill. Built this country with our hands. Label me 3/5 of a man. All we've ever known was pain. Mixed with thunder, mixed with rain. Our strength in God's love. New day, new time. We will never be slaves again.
to be free. So take them cuffs off me. I mean mentally and physically. And don't be trying to taser me. My neck don't need your knee. And don't be pulling your gun on me. I don't need your punk degree. I know I'm supposed to be. See, I rule with 10,000 fearless, and we be all believers. We only roll off instructions given by a fearless leader. Man, y'all some cheaters. Your justice ain't gon' free us. Your Billy Club might can beat us, but the Savior came to free us. March on, how long? Never gonna get us nothing. Preach on, how long? My people out here suffering. We better be doing some adjusting. Politics is out here hustling. Gotta keep changing this thing. All my people just didn't die for nothing. We wanna be free. We just gotta be free. Freedom. Wanna be free. We just gotta go free. We want freedom. Wanna be free. We just gotta go free. Freedom. We wanna be free. We just gotta be free. United we stand, divided we fall. Send a message to the black man, it's the final call. See, business is warfare, y'all, and it's gonna free us all. Time to bat a hood back, get that bread and buy some more. And when they leave the hood, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Are you gonna beg or plead or pull on through? Gotta spread that money with your crew. I'm spitting true game to you. Gotta get that sack, never look back, cause we're all came for you. We wanna be free. We just gotta be free. Freedom. We wanna be free. We just gotta go free. We want freedom. We wanna be free. We just gotta go free. Freedom. We wanna be free. We just gotta go free. We want freedom. Brought me here against my will. Freedom. Never ask questions, shoot to kill. We want freedom.